I think before I had introduced you to Super Mega and like the scandal that they had, but there's been a lot of trouble with the Super Mega accusers or whatever you want to call them. And there's a lot to this, so I just put this together real quick so you can get an idea of who the characters in this update are. So on the left
Crap.
here we have NickIsNotGreen. He's pretty decently sized YouTuber. I think he has like 500, 600,000 subs. I think he has maybe two channels with that many subs actually. And this
Okay.
is his girlfriend Dev. Together they are, and I'm only gonna say this one time, but together they are the group Queef Jerky. That's the only time I'm gonna say it, but that's what they go by. And I'm just it has to be put out there, but I won't be saying that again. But just so you guys know, you don't have to hear that anymore. And then over here on the right, we have Ethan is online, also known as Peethan. Peethan, he chose that name for himself. And
Peethan,
his
huh?
girl, yes, yes. And then this is his girlfriend, Lex, who was the one that kind of, well, I mean, she was the one that came out with the allegations against Super Mega. And the whole Super Mega aspect is not really that important to this story here, but it caused a lot of tension between this friend group because it kind of tanked Nick's career a little bit because people were mad. They felt like there was not enough evidence and care and that sort of thing put into the video when they came out with the allegations against Super Mega. And people felt like he didn't handle it very well, generally speaking. Not trying to really litigate that part of it, just to give people an idea. And so recently Nick uploaded another apology video. This is seriously like his fifth apology
I made
video,
YouTube
something like
videos
that.
full time for about 3 years. It was something that I feel like came very naturally to me, and I loved doing it for a really long time. And it was basically my identity for a big chunk of my life. And in the past 6 months, I have, for the first time, completely stopped making videos. I've been
This guy got messed up in the head. He was uploading multiple times a month and doing really well. The channel's doing really well, but this affected him so much he's basically stopped uploading for 6 months. I think he's uploaded one or two things here or there, trying to come back, but he just hasn't been feeling it. So yeah, he's been having a rough time, and this is kind of a good freeze frame.
spending the last few months trying to figure out how to go back into doing this in a way that's comfortable for me. Last year, I made some really bad mistakes with my platform. I was criticized a lot and I was under a lot of public scrutiny for it. This is what kind of caused me to finally, I guess, face the unhealthy relationship that I had with my job. I was pretty reckless with the things that I said and the things I posted, and for a long
So he's basically admitting here that he didn't handle that controversy well. That's what he's saying. And Ethan and Lex obviously are not going to be happy with that because Ethan's sticking with his girlfriend and Lex is sticking with her story, you know? And so Nick is
Yep.
basically on here saying, well, I covered the story and I botched. I did a really bad job coming out with those
long time,
allegations.
it was really hard for me to face that criticism head on. It took me a long time to actually listen to what people were saying to me because it was really hard for me to actually look at the things that people were saying about me online in the first place. And so I just ignored it for
Too hard to look at the comments. Bro, you make your living online. You have to be able to read the comments.
Yeah. No, you got to take criticism here. Come on, now. Be able
a
to
really
deal
long
with it,
time.
and
Even though the way I posted content was already in a bad place before these things happened, I ended up developing an even worse relationship with my job because I had horrible reactions looking at hate comments and what people would say about me online. It's still something that I'm not.
I don't understand why you would admit this stuff. Like, yeah, I read these comments and they really affected me. They really genuinely brought me down. That's exactly what the commenters want to hear. That's what we want.
no,
Oh, it's affecting you? Nice. Let's turn it up.
I was gonna say the same thing. Like, you're just gonna enable people to be even more mean to you when when you admit stuff like that online.
Yeah.
Numb to. I see it on an accident a lot, and it's still something that affects me pretty heavily.
And I don't on accident, you accidentally see it. No, bro, you're still obsessively going on the Reddit and the Twitter and you're looking at the comments about you. Because you're this whole video is you talking about how affected you are and your anxieties.
Even deciding to make this video and be honest about how hard it did hit me, it is still hard to not be embarrassed or sound like I am victimizing myself to post videos because of my own actions. And after months,
That's what you're doing. This is your fifth apology / crying about your situation video. I've been making it about yourself.
Yeah, poor you, man. Poor you.
We all feel so bad.
months and months of hiding from making and posting videos, my anxiety had closely attached itself to my ability to create videos and to really do anything that has to do with my job. Making those mistakes in front of so many people and seeing the way that the backlash affected my friends and my family and myself, it added to the already very intense feelings that I had around the situation that I found myself in. It has really frozen me in a way that nothing really has before, and it ended up affecting really every part of my life, and it became even harder to talk about because
I just imagine this. You're getting hate comments online, and it ruined your life. You're just saying that online. It ruined your life.
Even if
Why
you
would you
think
admit
that, why would you
this?
admit that? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, man. This guy did the wrong thing, 100%. He should
Just
have
make
asked some
the
friends
TikTok
before he did
videos.
this.
That's what he did. He made stupid TikTok videos. Just start doing that again, you weirdo.
of how much embarrassment I have around the fact that I brought these things on myself. I hold on to a lot of the mistakes I make, and I think about them every day.
He thinks about them every day. Every
It's a,
day.
it's a long time to be thinking about mistakes if you think about them every day.
Yeah, like I beat myself up sometimes too, and I get that it's but I don't think about it every day, day after day after day. You know, usually just
No.
do
Yeah.
something else and I'll move on, and then it will subside. It will just be a disappointment rather quickly. I'm not sitting here dwelling on my anxieties day after. And if I was, I wouldn't be talking about it on a YouTube video.
And the pressure of knowing that this is the
No,
way that I
hell
also
no.
support myself, and that this is the hell? I'm shooting this while fireworks are going off on the 4th of July.
This is how he's spending his 4th of July. On the 4th of July, he's recording his 5th apology video about some 6-month-old controversy.
Good for him, man. Sounds like a really good way to celebrate the country's independence. Sitting and complaining.
And I've never really struggled with anxiety like I have in this way, this like all-encompassing way where, because this is like my career and it's what I envisioned myself doing, when I don't have hope that that is working out, there's nothing else to distract me. Every facet of my life becomes sort of taken over by this anxiety that I don't know what I'm going to do with my life.
We don't need to keep listening, but this is just so insane to me that he is saying, like, he is just saying, my life is anxiety and nothing else. All I think about is that I messed up on YouTube. That is my entire being, is that I made a mistake on YouTube.
Why doesn't he just like stay off the internet for a little while and maybe reconnect to some other things in his life? It sounds like that he's stressing himself out, spending too much time online, looking at stuff.
Yeah, it's insane. Like, either take the break and actually take a break so you can come back refreshed and with new energy, or just keep posting. One of those two, but you cannot keep apologizing and quibbling about your anxieties. You have to stop.
Yeah,
But
no one's gonna really feel bad.
no, nobody is. So then this is Peethan. That's the name he
Peethan.
chose for himself, Peethan. And I had to censor that because it was driving me nuts watching all of these moving doodads on his stream. It was so annoying to me. But and then look at this. Chat picks tattoo. He's like halfway to the. So you're just gonna permanently mar your body with whatever a bunch of idiots online say. Like, okay, that
That's a
sounds awful
wild
to
move,
me.
man. I don't ever want to
Yeah,
get a tattoo more than likely.
and definitely not just Cook's choice.
Yeah, I mean, you can put whatever you want on me. That's a wild thing to just make a permanent decision on.
Oh, that's what iDubbbz and Anissa do. They say they'll go into the parlor shop and they have like this gumball machine, or, you know, with like the little plastic, the clear plastic with the colored tops, and it will have a little scrolled up picture of a tattoo. You put the quarter in there, and that comes out, and that's the tattoo that they get.
That is so weird to me, man. I guess I'm just not a tattoo person, though. So
Yeah, and I'm not a religious person, but that just seems like an affront to a god that I don't even believe in. Like, somebody gave you this body, and you're just like, yeah, put whatever the fuck on it.
Turkey.
yeah, ridiculous.
Dude, and also, besides all of this the crap on the screen here, I had to cut this 13 minutes. This was probably 2.5 hours of him talking, because he says 3 words, pauses for 14 minutes, says pauses for another 7 minutes, and then resumes his sentence.
I know people have been really curious,
Jesus
and
Christ.
I haven't found like a great time to really talk about it, because like, how do you? It's not like I've been trying to like hide it or anything. It's just hard to make that space and know that people are actually going to understand and metabolize what I'm saying. What is Queef Jerky? It was a band that I did a collab album with.
Oh, I forgot to mention that aspect, but yeah, he did a collab album with QF. And now that's no longer, because they've fallen out, and he's very sad about this.
And, you know, I know that people are, is it like heavy stuff? Yes, unfortunately. And I know people are going to keep asking me. And I would love to come up with a quick version. I'd love to.
He plays with his hair so much, it was driving me nuts.
Seems like a very fidgety
Is
guy.
this for real? Yeah. It's a whole thing. And it's very upsetting. And honestly, like, it makes me really sad to like even think about. And I'm not trying to like start anything. What did you think of Nick's new video? I didn't even know he posted.
Yeah, so he didn't even know about this video that Nick did, but people in chat brought it up, and now that's kind of what prompted this response.
And I don't really care anymore.
Like, do you see how slow this is? This is sped up.
This is
too.
ridiculous.
We're on 1.4x right now. We're on 1.4x. Fuck!
Like I said, I mean, like, the information is out there. Lex talked about it in her last video, kind of specifically what happened between those two, and I think, like, the inference is pretty clear. But it obviously didn't, like, specifically go into it. I don't feel like you have to talk about it. It's something that I feel like I should talk about. Because, like, I don't want to watch the hate videos. I think a lot of people are in that boat. Not that they even know anything. They literally get everything wrong. Every hate video is just factually wrong. That's the funniest part about them.
Nobody knows anything about us. They're just completely wrong all of the time. I'm not going to give you any specifics about what they're wrong, but they're just so wrong. Oh my god.
Not one hater video has ever gotten, like even, like, where I come from, right? Like, they don't know anything about me.
But that doesn't even, what would that even have to do with anything? Oh, I'm from Texas, not from Houston, or like it makes no difference. It has nothing to do with the controversy. Where you're from, who cares? Give me a real point. Play with your hair
like,
more.
No one really knows what actually happened other than like the big ball. Yeah, they're like not even funny how bad they are.
Dude, he won't
like I said,
stop.
I'm not trying to start anything. I'm not trying to get anyone in trouble. But like, what happened is what happened. I've seen zero
I
that I just sourced. It's so weird.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
If you even like try, it makes your brain melt because it's all sourced from other commentary YouTubers that are ultimately just lying. Like, you get down to it, there's lying.
So correct the truth, or correct the record.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone mentioned someone said the way they phrased it, I thought was funny. That's why I even brought it up. But I've been looking for an opportunity to at least like share my side, or like not even my side, just like give my piece on it, because I know it is a question that people have. I'm so confused. I'm just talking about some stuff that I was involved in with some former friends of mine. I was like, I want to do my due diligence.
Former friends.
I mean, Drama YouTube completely fucked up the entire story and got everything wrong, and got, you know, tons of harassment sent Lex's way.
I mean, he sounds like Trump. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Nothing else, just wrong, wrong. So annoying.
Trump does
Please
like
give me
saying wrong.
something.
Okay?
Say something, man.
Notice your comments were calling you slurs, and a week later your posts were gone. I mean, yeah. Creative differences? That's not what happened. I've been asking you in the last few streams. No, it's not like I don't want anyone to feel bad for asking me, because I mean, you didn't know. It's
We don't
it's that
feel
classic
bad.
chatter.
Mm-mm.
Okay, dude. Dude, this was insane. So shout outs to Chud because he pointed this out. I would not have noticed this. Chud Logic. He's another drama streamer. But so look at this guy's account was created 6/8/2024. That's just like a month ago. So it's like a burner account, basically. This guy just made it. He made it and started following him right away. And he's taking this chatter aside and he's going to take his message seriously, as if it's not an obvious troll message. I'm not even a streamer or anything, but, you know, that was pointed out to me. I was like, oh, yep. There's no reason to be taking this seriously. This guy's just fucking with you, and you're giving him exactly what he wanted by putting him on screen. You're advertising for his trolling endeavors.
You are.
You're
You're really. Why would you do that?
John Tent forever. JJJ vertical bar dude. Chatter, take your meds, dude. Like, seriously, my most stable hater.
He's just mad because he's mentioning Fish Tank Live, Sam Hyde, and that stuff, and he's like, "Oh, Sam Hyde's bad."
I need to ban. Okay, so because he's literally, I think, sick. Get better. It's over.
He's just fucking with you, dumbass.
He's fucking with you, bro.
I hope you and Lex are doing a bit better. Lex and I are great. What's going on?
Like
I was just talking. Somebody asked me about
more.
beef jerky, and I was trying to like kind of set the stage so people would like tune in a little bit before I really got into it, because it's kind of a story. It's not. I'm not gonna like go into too much. Is Lex here? Not right now. She's at the store. But yeah, I'll get into it. I mean,
a lot too.
I don't talk to those guys. I don't talk to Dev. I don't talk to Nick, and that's not my choice. Some of you guys might know that Nick covered.
So he doesn't talk to his friends anymore. That's not by choice. Again, I don't. Why do people say this stuff online? Yeah, my friendships are ruined. Okay, maybe keep that to yourself. Talk to other friends or your family, or I guess maybe talk to the people who get to choose your tattoos for you.
I guess that's what you'd rather talk to.
His first video was sort of a recap of what had come out and an overview of the subreddit of the guys that covered up what happened, and really talking about how the subreddit was making fun of them. And he engaged in a lot of similar making fun of. But he didn't lie. He didn't get anything wrong. Then the responses came out, and they lied about everything. I mean, bar for bar, line by line.
No specifics.
Lying through their teeth. And I think Nick believed them, but wouldn't tell me. At least for some things. Because his second video, he didn't come back to check anything. He didn't come back to be like, you know, whose side is right?
Yeah, because the first video, he just went with what you guys said. He even admitted that later. He's like, no, of course I didn't research this. My friend came to me with this claim, and I believed them because they're my friend. That's what Nick said. And so the first video he put out was totally on these people's side. And now they're mad that Nick is reacting to everybody being mad at him and wondering. He's like, he's mad at Nick for being self-reflective and thinking, oh, maybe did I mess this up? No, Nick, listen to me. Tell our side again and again and again.
It seems like, man, it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
He actually didn't speak to Lex once. She talked about this in her video. And like I said, I'm not trying to start anything. I'm just like giving my perspective. Nick's second video comes out about the situation, and he's like conforming to their narrative that contradicts what Lex said, but doesn't like fact check any of it. With us, with Lex, he just like, you know, and he continued to.
Like, why would anybody fact check anything with you? All you say is lies, 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 lies. I don't have any truths, but lies, lies, lies. So why would anybody hear what you have to say? If you had something interesting to say, why couldn't you just say it here now?
This is your opportunity, man.
To you? Yeah.
Conform more and more to that narrative as people were harassing him, making insane videos that they make about me all the time. And this is before I ever had anything like that. So I don't think he trusted me when I told him it would go away, or that it isn't important to focus on. Because I was comparing it to how people treat Hassan, which is very accurate. It's very similar. The way people were lying about Nick was disgusting. The way they were using him in their thumbnails was racist and disgusting. Almost every.
What does that even mean? That it was racist and disgusting, the way that they used the thumbnails. Like, because he's not just a white guy? Like, they weren't putting a sombrero on him or anything. It was just like pictures like this of him. You know, he makes an ass of himself enough.
Yeah, that's a really weird thing to call out.
Yeah, and then he's like, it wasn't a one-off thing that this happened.
Every single video, without exception.
Every
I had a
single
lot of
video.
sympathy.
Without
I really
exception.
felt like we were all in this together because we were all going through it. But when Nick's second video came out, he didn't get shit right. He just got shit wrong, and it made people think Lex was lying. And he continued making posts and videos about it, when I asked him not to, because he kept getting shit wrong.
But what are you, his boss? His mom? What do you mean? Oh, I told him to stop making videos and he didn't. Yeah, it's a different
what?
person.
He can
If,
do
if
whatever
you
he
said that to
wants.
yourself, then maybe I could understand you being upset that you didn't do what you told to do. It's a different person. They do what they tell themselves to do, unless they're losers.
Yeah, what? Why would he listen to you? That doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't he just do what he wants to do?
Yeah, and who the fuck is going to listen to a guy named Peethan about anything?
Which would send harassment to
That's
Lex.
quite the name.
Or he would post an Instagram story that, you know, might not be that bad, but is something that people are screenshotting, making videos about, and harassing Lex with. And I told him to stop, and he didn't. I sat him down and I said, you have to stop talking about
He
this.
defy you.
I said, just stop. He had made 4 videos or something, and I was like, dude, you keep getting
God
stuff
made him
wrong, and you're
king.
not talking to the person involved. You have to stop. And he literally implied that I was trying to control him or something. He completely
Yeah.
More. Dude, I was freaking out when he said that. That's you're explaining to us that's what you were trying to do. And then you're like,
That's
for
the
some
literal-
reason he thought that I was trying to control him. That's what we all thinking when we're hearing this. Why are you trying to control this guy?
Yeah, and then you just straight up say it. It's like you literally just did that. Like, what? That doesn't make... Wow.
It's like, no, look, I'm not trying to control you. I just want to impact all of the things that you do and for your actions to be according to what I want. But I'm not trying to control you, all right? Just do as I say, and I won't have to control you.
did on me and was acting like I was trying to do something to him. And I was like so defeated to the point where I was like, you need to like just talk to Lex. Just talk to Lex. I don't even want to have this conversation with you. Just please talk to Lex. And I asked him to apologize for getting shit wrong, for sending people to harass her, obviously he didn't mean to do this. And I was trying to be very understanding. And he
I'm just telling Nick more things to do. Do better videos. Listen to me. Talk to my girlfriend. Who the fuck are you, bro?
Yeah, apparently Peethan just thinks he can just demand people around and they'll just do it, apparently.
I'm 1/3 of QF. You'll do as I say.
refused. Lex sent him a very long text. It's in her video, begging him to communicate. Begging. And that was after he like started drama unnecessarily, got shit wrong without listening, and eventually he told me it was just too stressful. He said, I can't even talk about this with you guys because it's so stressful for me. And I sent him like the longest message.
I bet you're constantly needling him. Hey, do this, do this, do this, do this. I do this. I know your career's collapsing around you, but I have things for you to do.
I'd be so annoyed. I'd be so freaking annoyed.
Just leave me alone. Leave me alone, P-boy.
I was like, dude, like I'm just telling you you're wrong for this. And it was a very long message about like, you know, the shit that Lex had gone through, the shit that I had gone through, and that had never been put on him. Not once, even when we could have. But his pushback was put on us because we had a problem with why he was getting it, which was him getting shit wrong. And all I wanted was to communicate. All I wanted was to communicate. Just talk.
No, you wanted to tell him what to do. You were already communicating. That was happening. What you were doing was communication. Your problem was that he wasn't doing what you told him to do. That's why you're mad. That's why you're sitting here upset on stream, crying about your friends not being your friends anymore.
Yeah, he sounds very manipulative.
He does, yeah. It's wild that you would say this sort of stuff and not realize that that's what you're doing. But it's like this is a perfect example of when people tell you who they are, listen to them. Any YouTube people who you're friends with, Hiss Boy, he's telling you if you don't listen to him, he doesn't consider you a friend. That's not communicating. No, communication is when you listen to him.
Ridiculous, man. He's
And it
so
was too much.
delusional.
Out. Look at this. Look at this pose. Wait.
He looks like he's about to cry.
Yeah, I think it's just because he smokes on stream or whatever, and that's why it is. But it does the whole time look like he's gonna cry.
And then he made his last video. After he ghosted me
Pops right
completely.
back up.
He never responded to me, never once. I tried to talk through mutual connections, never heard anything back. He made another video.
And that's just stalker behavior. Like, I was talking to him, he wouldn't respond to me. He made it clear he didn't want to talk to me. So I messaged his work and his parents and his friends. I said, hey, can I talk to so-and-so? No, they made it clear they don't want to talk to you. Why are you bothering their associates?
Yeah, that's ridiculous, dude. What? That's creepy behavior, actually.
Video about it where he apologized to the guys that covered it up by name. Didn't mention Lex's name once, calls her the victim. And he's apologizing for starting drama when it was about how they covered up sexual assault. And that, I mean, fucking, it made people think Lex was completely making up an entire fucking fabricated story to cancel YouTubers. when that is not even close to what happened. It couldn't be further from the truth. And that couldn't be further from something Lex would want to do. Dev unfollowed me on stuff. I don't know on everything, but on Instagram, I think, and TikTok. And I was just like, I kept seeing her when I pulled up my TikToks because I didn't unfollow her because she never even fucking spoke a word to me. I mean, she was sending me memes the day that Nick was like cutting me off. I'm not trying to like get sympathy. I'm not trying to start anything. I don't want people to like do anything about this. It's not like, I'm talking about some stuff that happened like a while ago. It's not even a thing. I mean, this was in October of last
Sounds
year.
like it is.
I've had a long time
Yeah.
to process, to grow, to learn, but I never heard anything back from those two. And I never made a penny on anything I did with them. I'm proud of what I did.
You shouldn't. Nobody should make a penny off of QF. It's awful. It's awful. You can look it up on your own time if you want to, but just take my. It's bad. You don't want to listen to it. Don't even bother. It's bad.
The work that I
Sounds
did,
like it'd be bad.
songs that I sang. But I felt very expendable at the end of the day, and I think Lex was too. And when I saw that that's how people were treating Lex, I wasn't gonna like stand for that either.
And then this applause sound effect comes in, dude. It's just funny. Like, this moment, like maybe I don't know. It's just so weird that streamers do this. That you just have these sound effects. You don't turn them off when you have this type of conversation. He had Peter Griffin come up on here earlier. I think it was censored a little bit, but yeah, now there's this weird applause.
That's kind of funny, honestly.
And I didn't really want to talk about this. It feels good to get it out. I'm glad I can answer some people's questions. It still really bums me out. It makes me really fucking sad. I put like my heart and soul into that friendship with Nick and with Dev. And then one day I wake up and I don't get to talk to them ever again. Just because I wanted to communicate, I guess. I don't know. I just wanted to talk it out, and that didn't seem like an option. So, I have moved on.
I don't think so.
The funniest
I
comments
don't
are the
know
ones that
about
are
that,
like,
man.
really
If you're still talking.
Yeah. This is the least moved on man I've ever seen. This man has been stuck in one spot for eons.
It must be opposite day today for him.
Oh, fuck yeah, good one, dude. Opposite day. Nice.
Nick's career. And it's like, dude, he made 5 apology videos when I told him to stop. I told him to shut up and make a video about something else.
He didn't listen.
That's what I did. And that got put on me. When all I tried to do was help him communicate. And like I said, I really cared about those guys. Like, genuinely. Not enough to drop someone over fucking YouTube drama. And then he just, like, stopped posting, too. And I was like, dude, shut up. I was so annoyed when he made that fucking video where he's like, my content is harmful. He had to make it about him. It's like, guys, actually, it's the genre. And I'm changing.
Kind of did do that, I guess.
He's so mad at Nick for trying to recover from this. Like, I don't know, if I was making the type of money that NickIsNotGreen was making on YouTube, I would probably try to save my career. I think that's a very normal reaction. That's what everybody would try to do.
Yeah, you'd think so at least.
And it's not about like other guys or other YouTubers or whatever. It's like a very like individual thing. And I don't care what he does going forward. I really don't. I wish him well.
Okay.
Dev too. But I have my own shit to do, and I'm just gonna do it. People were praising him for the vid. Yeah, annoying commentary watchers and liars were saying this is such a good video because you apologized to the guys that I like, and apologized for.
This guy sounds like Trump.
Hurting their feelings, I guess. He literally apologized for playing the gif of fucking Matt Watson getting punched in the face. You're really apologizing for that? He's a rape apologist.
Hell yeah, that delivery, that was passionate. Listen to that.
Apologizing for that? He's a rape apologist. He's a rape apologist. Apologizing for that? He's a rape apologist.
That was a passionate delivery. How did you do that? How dare you? What's that, Greta Thunberg? That girl? That's what that sounded like to me.
Mm-hmm.
Play it 10 times, 100 times. I can't be friends with people who are that, like, easy to fold. I can't trust people like that.
Can't trust people who don't do what I tell them to do.
Yeah, I think maybe I don't know if I want to be associated with that guy anyways. He seems like he's a little bit unhinged based off how he was just expecting people to listen to exactly what he says, even though, like, who died made him king, man. Like, that doesn't make any sense that you just expect his ex-friend just to listen to everything he has to say.
Yeah, it just seems like a horrible, horrible